Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Jaxn. I am back in here with another video for you guys. If you are already a subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this content, make sure you subscribe because I can't do it without you. Today we're going to be dealing with a very important topic. In this video, I'm going to be addressing and showing you how Derrick Jaxn tried to play us. Let's get into it. So I log on to YouTube and I see MTR, shout out to MTR. I see him addressing Derrick Jaxn's video, the live that he did, the first one he did when he realized he had to transition from pretending like everything's gonna be okay to damage control, right? Oh shit, it's happening. They're coming after me and I've gotta figure out a way to get out of this situation. Now, I watched that whole video most of the way through, and the thing that stood up to me was that he never actually admitted to sleeping with other women other than his wife, right? Outside of his marriage. He never actually said, I, Derrick Jaxn, slept with other women. He literally figured out a way, that snake, to get through his whole life without saying those words and somehow alluding to it. He actually tried to imply that he had sexual relations without having sexual relations. I don't even know how that makes sense, right? I had sexual relations without sexual. See, that's the type of things that people say when they are in the hot seat. That's the type of thing you say when you're caught in a bold-faced lie. Your brain has gone into panic mode. What you're saying, it sounds like it makes sense, but that was completely nonsensible. So during that live that MTR was reacting to, Derrick basically said, hey, you know what? I'm going to bring up different women that I've partied with. Really, he was just focusing on one woman, but we end up finding out it's multiple women who I've partied with and, you know, allude to some sexual things without actually admitting. That sounds like a good idea. That's what I'm going to do. Nah, dog. You messed up. You messed up and you tried to play us in that first live, bro. But the RP community was on that ass. Boy, am I proud of O'Shea for not letting off. I'm proud of MTR on his ass. Don't take it easy on him now. Do you think he would take it easy on you? Listen, I remember addressing a situation when I remember Safari claimed that he never wanted to get married again and whatever. Top comment was freaking Derrick Jaxn at the very top talking about don't blame marriage, blame yourself. The crazier thing though was how he was still trying to sell his book. He literally held it up to the camera multiple times, right, to show everybody how it looked like in case you were looking for it on Amazon. He didn't want you to mistake it for anybody else. But how much he was trying to sell his book to everybody when his marriage is on the line. You got to realize this guy is a businessman first, right? He's on his purpose. We should be like Derrick Jaxn, except without the pandering and the simping and everything else, right? And the lying to everybody around you, because you know he's a simp on his purpose, that's for sure. But he had an out, right? He had an out as to why he was seeing these women, partying with these women, and he said the time frame in which he saw these different women, or this one woman, or how many ever, I know it's multiple that are coming out right now, as always. Usually I'd feel bad for men when this is happening, but now I'm like, But this was the problem. The time frame that he gave in which he stepped out of his marriage was during a separation. It was conveniently during a time when he was separate from his wife, and that's what he said. He basically said, well, if I'm wrong for doing that, I guess we weren't completely separated, and that was wrong. Derrick tried to play us. Well, he knew he couldn't play us, right? He couldn't play the guys that follow me on this channel, but he was trying to play everybody else, and he thought it would end there. At least it seemed that way because people started to believe him until women started coming with receipts. One of these women that came with receipts appeared on a really popular YouTube channel called Unwind with Tashak. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that exactly right, but it's Unwind with Tashak. I had never heard of this YouTube channel before until O'Shea, Duke Jaxn, shared it on his YouTube page, and I followed and watched her YouTube videos. And there were these girls who claimed that they had not only like text messages and stuff, but videos, right, that they were going to release of him sending messages to them, right? And these women said he did have sex with them. Some of them before they got separated, and some of them after they got separated, and some of them during that separation, as he stated, right? But he conveniently left those other women out. So when the receipts started coming to public, that's when Derrick Jaxn decided to move into phase 2 of saving his ass. This is when Derrick made that video with his wife. Derrick Jaxn's wife is not an ugly woman, but she did not look presentable when she came on that video. And people were saying, oh my gosh, look at her. She looks so battered. What a victim. Listen, I personally think she got on there on purpose, right, to make a statement. She wasn't going to get dressed up and play along with Derrick's game. Just my own opinion. I think she's been waiting for this moment. I think this is something she might be enjoying inside. I think she's been seeing him present to the world this perfect man and having women wait. And then realizing there is no perfect man. In fact, the man that told me to wait for the perfect man is imperfect himself. Lord have mercy. And honestly, I don't think she's going to leave him. She probably won't leave him. Why? Because she's enjoying the lifestyle that she's living. He's a wealthy man, and I don't see her leaving him. If she would have left him, it already would have happened. And half of you women out there saying, oh my gosh, she should leave. Wouldn't leave yourselves. So this was Derrick's phase 2 attempt at damage control, and he realized beating around the bush was only hurting him. We needed straight talk. Derrick Jaxn, did you sleep with other women outside of your marriage while you were still married to your wife? He finally admitted and said, yes. He said, yes. He said, yes. He said, I had sex with other women, right? And then he said, hey, it's nobody's fault but mine. Hey, I'm not perfect, right? And now he wants forgiveness. Oh, man. Why was Derrick Jaxn so dangerous? Because he helped empower unrealistic expectations that women had for men. And he promoted them day in and day out and profited heavily. And they made him a very, very rich man. Actually, I'm not sure how rich. Let's find out. Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
How rich is Derrick Jaxn? I shouldn't have
Which
got.
Derrick Jaxn?
What's Derrick Jaxn's net worth?
Okay, I found this on the web for Hey Siri, what's Derrick Jaxn's net worth?
Derrick Jaxn is worth $1 million. All for damaging relationships and damaging women by deceiving them and encouraging them to hold unrealistic expectations about men, right? Waiting for that perfect man that standard that he even couldn't reach himself. Listen to me. If you're a woman right now watching this, I'm not here to condemn a cheating man because I know women cheat just as much, right? It's going to happen. Listen, cheating is going to happen to a good majority of us in here. Does that make it right? No. But it's something a lot of us are going to deal with. Why? Because some relationships are just going to have infidelity. It's going to be a problem. For some people, it's going to be a problem. Either you deal with it, right, and learn to work over it, or you give up. That's life, right? You decide whether it's worth it for you. But this standard and this idea that I'm going to find a man who doesn't cheat, good luck, right? Or I'm going to find a woman who's never going to cheat. Good luck with that too, especially with today's modern day stats where women cheat at just 2% lower than men. And I mean in the black community, there's only a small fraction of a difference in percentages when they took polls between black men and black women and who cheats the most. But hey, I'm not going to judge, and I'm not here to judge Derrick Jaxn. There is only one person who can judge Derrick Jaxn for the mistakes that he's made, and that is Derrick Jaxn.
You don't know how much damage you've done by cheating on a woman, so we can't reduce it to just one lapse in judgment, one slip up or whatever. That's besides the fact that none of us really slip up anybody. There was a rapport that we built. There was scoping out that happened. There was putting ourselves in that position. There was flirting. You know what I'm saying? So going by most people's definition of cheating, yeah, you just slip up. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more times, I would say 9 times out of 10, when a dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught. Let's be real. But back to what I was saying, it's not just one slip up. You just caused damage for the next 2, 3 months, 6 months, depending on how much she loved you and how much she had invested in you. Not only that, it can definitely outweigh how much good you've done, because she may question all the good things you've done since you done cheated on her. So if y'all been together a year, right, had no problems, all these good times, all these laughs, all these times you told her that she was beautiful to you, that she was the only one that you wanted, and then you go and you cheat and you go against everything that you said, you caused a year of past damage, plus you caused how much time it's going to take for her to get back off the ground of the shit that you just did. But somehow that means, one fucking slip up shouldn't outweigh all the good that you've done. That one slip up might cancel all that you've done. All the what's going to outweigh all the good that you've done. It might not even be worth the price to pay of you possibly doing the shit again. But how can you put a value on how much your slip up meant to a woman? You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much she invested in you, how much she believed in you. How are you going to say, oh, this only caused so much damage, so you should get over it? It shouldn't outweigh. You don't make that decision. And I'm not saying we should never be given second chances, because dudes change all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I am saying you can't be the one to dictate how fast the woman should heal, or what shouldn't be too much pain for her to take in comparison to how much joy you brought to her life. So absolutely, your one slip up can change everything about the way that you're perceived to your woman. Your one slip up can change the way that she's able to love and trust again, even if it ain't to you. So your one slip up can absolutely mean everything to that woman, even though it only meant something to you. Keep that in mind so you don't slip up that once and lose something forever.